We are on Module 2, Topic 2, Lesson 5. We are just going to be doing one page, M2, 149, and we're just going to be doing 7 through 10. So it says, write an equation in any form. So the two forms that we know so far are the y equals mx plus b form, which is good if you know the slope and where it crosses the y-axis. And then we also just learned the point slope form, which is the y minus y1 equals x minus x1. And this is good if we know the slope and just a random point. So both of them we need to know the slope, but then it kind of matters like what other point do you know? Do you know where it crosses the y-axis, or do you just know something else, like some other point? So let's look at number 7. A newspaper charges a flat fee plus a charge per day to place a classified ad. So we, of course, can figure out the slope just by looking at the rate of change, but I'm already noticing that although I could work backwards to figure out what 0 days cost, like I don't want to do that work. So I already know that I'm going to be writing a point slope form, and that way I can just use one of these points and I don't have to do the work of working backwards to find the y-intercept. So let's find the slope. We need to find the rate of change. So a change of 2 days is a change of $5. So our slope is 5 over 2. So y minus, let's use this first point, so y minus 8 equals 5 over 2 x minus 2. And notice that, of course, our equations will look different depending on what point you use. So you might have used 13.4, 18.6. It doesn't matter. It's the same equation. All right, number 8. So this one we have a graph, and we do know where it crosses the y-intercept. So we'll probably use that y equals mx plus b equation. So we just need to figure out the slope. So it's definitely negative, and I'm noticing that it's going up 1 block over 2 blocks. Now we can't just write that because we don't know what each block is worth. So right here I'm noticing up 4 blocks and it's at 40. So really it's going up 10 and then to the left 2. So that's going to be a negative 5 slope. So negative 5x plus where it's crossing, and this one's a little tricky. It's crossing a little bit after 40. It's like halfway, so maybe 45. So about right there. Number 9, very similar to what we did in 7. We do not have the value of x at 0, so we're not going to use the y-intercept. We're going to use the point slope form. So we just need to figure out our slope. So we need to figure out the change. So this is an increase of 8, and this is a decrease of 40. So it's negative 40 over 8, which is a negative 5. So that's our slope. And then maybe just use the first point, so minus 50 equals negative 5x minus a negative 10, so plus 10, and there it is. Number 10, it almost like you could project where this crosses the y-intercept, but again, never do more work than you have to. So that we'll also use the point slope form on this one. So we, of course, could use either of these points, but we need to figure out the slope. So they're actually giving us what these points are, so we don't have to count any boxes. So x went up by 2, and so x went to the right 2, and it went up on y from 2 to 14, which is 12. So this is a slope of 6. So y minus, let's use this point down here, y minus 2, y minus 2 equals 6, parentheses, x minus 2. Of course, you could have used 4 and 14, so that just would have been 14 here and 4 there. Oops, you can't see that. There you go. Y minus 2, because that's that point, equals 6, our slope, x minus 2, because that's that point. And we're all done.